All right, everybody. Good morning again, or afternoon, or whatever it is. I don't know. For you, for me, right now, I guess it'd be afternoon. Anyway, we're gonna get rid of this guy here. We're gonna see what's in it. See if we get any copper out of it. An old stereo system, nothing fancy. It's got an iPod dock from I don't know when, because I don't know iPods. I'm guessing a long time ago because it's an iPod. And yeah, I know nothing about that stuff, so sorry. Not an Apple person. But anyway, that's it. That's the whole jammy there for the adapter. I don't know what the heck that does. Oh, that's stupid. That don't work. Anyway, CD player. How long you seen one of them in a long time, probably. So let's get a crack-a-lack in here. We got a little antenna here. We'll cut that off and go and insulate wire. Take that in the wide bin. We love us some copper. So let's see what we got inside this thing. Never taken something this new apart, so we're gonna find out together. Maybe you have, and I don't know, but I haven't. And there's a fan right there, I can tell you that much. Shredicus. I always like popping things apart, so hey, let's do's it. Oh, I got them on the sides too, look at that. I'm thinking it's gonna pop right apart, and it ain't. Plastic. Ooh, transformer, some aluminum, some boards. I can get some copper out of you. Some steel. Probably 10 cents in boards, since they're a little bit more than steel at my place, or at least one place I know. So that's good. All right. That didn't really help much, did it? That CD player off the top there. Amazing how tiny everything is anymore. Just keeps getting smaller and smaller. Oop. I'm gonna have to get number one. Sheesh. There we go. Thank you for everybody that's hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Let's keep this stuff going and see what we can find. Little motors and stuff. There's probably some copper in there. We'll see. And the rest of it's just board. Probably get some copper out of the motors though. Let's keep on going on. Plastic. Little ribbon wires. Some places do buy ribbon wire, some places don't. Let's see. I'm trying to be able to get out this bit. That's a lot of screws. Let's see if I can find a number one. Nothing there. Where the heck did number 1 go? Oh, there it is. Should be in there. That's the problem when you get 20 million bit cases. That's number 2. Looks like number 2. Yes, it is. Number 3. Huh. Looks as though that's a 1, 2. Oh no, it's P2. I am short a number 1 bit. That is crazy. Oh, you get the point. We'll just speed this up on the video. Just a low grade. No relays. Have to get some new number 1 tips. It's craziness. Let's see what we get on this one. See if we get anything good. Come on, Kappa. Nothing. Just another low grade. Somebody's markings. Somebody signed their work. All right, another low grade board. No big a deal. This iPad thingy out of here. And again, just some low grade boards off that. Continue on. All kinds of stuff in there. Look at that. That off, cut the ends off. That goes right in the cords. The end goes in the end bin. Little fan. Motor. Get rid of you. A little bit of insulated wire. Relay, a piece of copper. Not much else on there. Number 2. Number 2. Mr. Relay. We'll get the copper out of view. Get guessing that's a piece of wire. The rest of that goes on the board. Let's see if we got anything good on this. Free your mind. The rest will follow. Sorry. That's probably aluminum, but it looks like it's all chunked together. Yeah, it's aluminum. Let's see if we can get that icky stuffs off of there. Sometimes that goo is just too gooey to make it worth it. Unscrew you. Unscrew you. Yep, it popped off. Aluminum. I don't know if that's dirty or clean because it's got the rivets in there, but it's aluminum. I go right in the aluminum bin. Yeah, that gooky mess can go right into the... Ugh, I hate that stuff. And go right into the bin for the boards. Crack this beast open. Trash. Wire can go into the low grade wire bin. Somehow we gotta get that off there. In a minute, I'm gonna smash it with a hammer. Really getting on my nerves. Stupid thing's made of plastic. Everything's made of plastic anymore. Even no nuts holding it together. It's all glued plastic. That's when I'm brushless motors. Get that crap right out of there. There's a little circuit board for the motor. Sheesh, I can't even tell that stuff copper if that's aluminum. That's a tiny guy. Right up under there and pop that out. That's all plastic. That looks like copper. So that'll go in a copper motor bin because that's a little tiny to be cutting apart. You could. I'm not saying you can't. I'm saying it's a little tedious. All right. Relay should have copper in it. That should have copper in it. Yep. That happens sometimes when you break the relays apart. And there's the copper and the silver contacts. Now, Whether that's going to be enough copper in there to worth cutting that apart is beyond me. Doesn't look like it. Let's check this transformer. Transformer. Blah, 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 blah. Yes, I know that's not the words of the song. But we're not informers, we're transformers. We're cutting open a transformer. See, it's the crap they talk about, coat it. It definitely looks like copper, though. I hate this fucking tape. Ooh, I'm sorry. I hate this tape. Shibi copper. So that's cool. Just peel that all right off of there. Oh man, that one's going to be a beast. That thing is glued in there, welded up, and it's got oscillating fins. Does it have oscillating fins? I can't tell. It might be just... Yeah, it might just be cut. Either way, I don't got the grinder. So we're going to have to cut that open another time. But that's cool. That was definitely worth cutting that open. These little things are definitely worth it. I mean, we'll cut this bad boy open. We'll do it this video. Forget it. We got enough time. We'll cut this bad boy open. This is all number 2, obviously. Another relay. I'll have a little more copper in it. That's got a little copper in it. We can cut that off of there, or just start running the copper bin, the copper motor bin. But yeah, let's let me grab the here. Actually, let's do this one real quick. If there's anything left on here that can be taken apart, there are a little copper in that, but to be honest with you, I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to them. Let's try. Let's see. Just break that board off there. That can go right into the board bin. We got 2 motors. Let's see if they'll come open at all. Let's see if there's anything in there worth even taking them apart for. Transformer. Do 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 do. I lick your boom boom down. All right. Will you hold my motor? Oops. Let's not do that again. Let's put her on the floor real quick. That's one tiny little motor. I might just cut them right off of there. Sheesh. That's definitely not worth it. I'm going right in the shred pile. All right, that's pretty much it for that their radio. But we did find a crap ton of plastic. But we found a couple motors, and we'll cut this transformer open and see what we got in there. I just got to grab the old grinder. We got all that copper, and then we got 10 cents in boards. Ooh, fancy. All right, let me grab the grinder and clean up in here a little bit. And then we'll tear that bad boy apart. Not bad for a little tiny radio that I found on the street. Actually, I think I got paid to take that away. Either way, there's a couple big old aluminum jammies over there. I'm not taking them apart though. It's not worth the 50 cents in aluminum. People are saying, I can get motor price for them. That's what I'll do. I'll take 15 cents a pound all day long. Because I ain't cutting that open for 50 cents worth of aluminum. And I got the aluminum bin there. You gotta empty the shred and the shred bins. Yeah, but we're going. We're keeping things moving here, people. And yeah, we should be getting the wood for the the trailer belt this week and everything. Depending on the weather, it's supposed to warm up a little bit later on this week. So I will see you guys on the next one. Thank you. Be good. Be healthy. Be safe. And make a lot of money. Or at least a little bit of money. Scrapping. And find that copper if you can. Because it's out there. It's all over. I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you. Please hit that like and subscribe button if you haven't already. And thank you to everybody who has hit that like and subscribe button. Okay. So we got the grinder if need be. I don't like grinding inside the garage because it makes too much dust. So I'm going to see if I can crack these welds real quick. There and there. Peel this outside off. And then we should be able to tell how it's made, but I think we should just be able to crack the welds on that too. So, let's see what we can do. My trusty beam. Ugh. BFH. If you don't know what a BFH is, figure it out. And I mean, this one's kind of big and that one's bent. Where the heck my other screwdriver went to? I think the screwdriver's a little big for this. Yeah. Maybe not. Maybe it's just what the doctor ordered. When I say big, I mean big. I used to use this for beating out cast iron. Lead joints when I did plumbing back in the day. So that's just going to go right in our shred pile. Yeah, that bad boy's welded right there. If we can crack that weld, maybe even get rid of that, we should be able to pop that copper out of there. We might need to get rid of that bottom piece though. So we're going to stick a jammer in there. And yes, I will get a vise one of these days. Still got to build a bench. Break them welds. Just like that. Yeah. I was gonna say most likely gonna be steel from the way that bad boy peeled off there. All right. Now I've seen some people beat that bad boy right there on that weld. I've never done that. I don't have a cold chisel. But I do have an electric chisel. Which, I mean, I'm on grind and I might as well try the electric chisel first. Well, little hammer jack for the floors and stuff. Give me a second. Let's try it with the hammer first. With the hay. Yeah, I think that's gonna work with this. Hey. Wow. I think I'll put a pair of gloves on. Hold on. I'm kind of digging in my hand there a little bit. I was watching Big Country Scrapper. If you're watching my show, I'm sure you know who he is. And this is how he does them. And that's that's freaking awesome. I'm sorry, that was just awesome. That was so easy. All right, now. Because I don't have a vise, we're gonna do that. Move the trash can. Throw that right into the shred. Light iron, whatever you want to call it. Oh, all be removed from the. Oh, excuse me. From the box later, a bucket, and put in to the light iron bin. Which is outside in the cold snow. We're getting a little warmer though, so that's nice. Sorry, just pull that right out there. Some of the snow won't melt today. Hopefully by tomorrow it'll all be gone. I can fix my trailer. Well, not fix it, but put the sides on it so I can get rid of that steel. Bam. Big old chunky chunk of windings. little bit of that plastic there. That's a chunk out of a little radio. Look at that. That's wonderful. Them old pliers will work out there, huh? Let me tell you, I don't think it's just me, because these are my old pliers. I don't know if you can see too well, but they got blowouts in them all over the place from hitting live lines, so they don't cut too well. Sometimes you make mistakes or don't know which breaker is what, and that happens. Let's make easy work of it. I don't got mine mounted in a vise because I don't have one. Like scrapping with Grandpa does. He makes cutting stuff with this look like cape work. There you go. Peel number 2. Sorry, I had to empty the bucket. Look at that chunk of number 2. We'll weigh that up when that's clean. Out of a little radio. Not even an old radio with a big lug in it. That was a little newer, not new, radio. Get off of there. It's my copper. This plastic here. Chabow. Beautiful. Get off of there. Come on. Some things you can't do with gloves. Get tape off is one of them. I mean, even if you took that radio apart just for the transformer, it is definitely worth it. You get several of these, you'll make yourself $5 just in the copper. Heck, if it's an old one, you probably, or a bigger one, you probably make it just in the copper alone in one of them. This thing was tiny. One of the smallest radios I've seen. You had a big house radio, man. Ooh. Or one of them old shelf units I'm sure they got more than this in there. Snips. Get a few pieces of tape off. There we go. A little bit more tape there, and we're good. Nice. Nice. All right, let's clean this tub out into the trash. Look at that, we didn't even need the grinder. Throw that ball right back in there. All right. We'll throw the rest of the number 2 we found in that radio in there. These came from the fan, so we're not going to put them in there. But the rest of that can go in there. A couple pieces we dropped. Not that it's much, but hey, I don't want it on the ground. All right, let's see how we did just off that one copper transformer and a one free radio. I mean, you can find these radios just about everywhere for free anymore. So why not pick them up when you can? Like I said, all you gotta do is take out that one transformer, and it's 6 ounces. So I mean, if there's 2 or 3 of them in there, that's $5 a radio for the bigger ones. I'll take 6 ounces of copper for beating something apart. It took me 10 minutes or less to do that. Not bad at all. For a free item that I found, shoot, I'll take that all day. That's going to go right in the bin with the rest of it. Let's toss it in the bin. I'll be right back. All right, got rid of that. Oop. We took those that little bit of wire apart the other week and got the thicker stuff, which I like to strip. Let's see how we did on that. Let's see what we got here. Sorry, some of it fell. That's all number 2, so don't get all excited. But 1 pound, 11 ounces. Not bad. That was just from that one wiring harness. And that's not even including the rest of the stuff that is so thin I'm not stripping. But I mean, 1 pound, 11 ounces, I'll take that. That's just out of one appliance. So let's get stripping here. Let's see what we come up with. And we'll tally it up when we're done. I'll show you how I'm going to do it, because I still haven't done anything else to make this work better. I will eventually. I saw a really good idea this morning. Another person did. I forget the guy's name, but I want to watch the video again and take some tips off of his. He had some runners and stuff and some guides on his. But, you know, it is what it is. For what number 2 is going for right now, I'll take it and strip it. So this is all I'm going to do. I'm not going to show the whole thing because we'd be here for half an hour. I don't have a proper machine that works right, and I like, and I still haven't perfected this. But once I get the feel of it, it'll go a lot quicker. This is just the first one. And then I'll just peel it right out of there. Sorry, I'm wearing gloves. Some things you can't do with gloves on. I don't know how people work with gloves on. I mean, surgeons, it's crazy to think they work with gloves and a mask, and they do such delicate work. I can't even pull copper out of a freaking wire with gloves on. I know they're thicker than what they'd be using, but still. So I like to start with my piles. And I'll toss all the number 2 in here. Now, if I come across any tin coated, I am going to keep that separate, just because at the place I go to, which pays more, it's 10 cents less a pound than the other, but the number 2 pays more than anywhere else around here, so it's kind of like, okay. So I probably get in what, you know, I get what they normally would pay for number 2 on the number 2 tin coated, and I get a little bit extra at this place for my clean number 2. So it's, you know, I'll play ball. It's a win-win, so I mean, it's not like I'm losing. I gotta make a phone call, well, a couple phone calls, and find out who's paying what on steel. There's so many yards around me. I mean, there's some that pay a little bit better because of location and blah, blah, blah. So that's all I'm gonna do. I'll just strip them, make a pile, and just keep moving on. until I'm through the pile. Then I'll come back and then I'll come back and peel them out all at once, kind of like a line. See, like I said, once I get going, I'll get a little better. Plus, this is tin coated, so it slides a little easier. As you can see, but even on this, I'll get better at it as I go. I'll get a feel for how far, kind of like that, and you get going. Like I said, always check the prices near you and check around, because I mean, you never know. One place might be more for steel, one place might be more for copper and brass, and who knows. You might have to go to 2 or 3 different places to get the best price, but it might make you some money. It might not. That's why you call around. Nope, know where you're selling your metal to. I've been dealing with the places around me for a long time, so I kind of know who's going to pay what. I didn't clean these up yet, so yes, we do got a few things we got to cut off. Cut that right there. Cut that right there. And we'll throw that into the insulate pile or something. I don't know. It's just where they connect it 3 wires together in the system. So, all right, I'm gonna get stripping through the rest of this pile, and we will be back. Okay, so we're back. Ooh, we got everything cut. Let's start stripping it out, putting it into its bins. Like I said, I'm gonna put it in 2 different bins because that's just how this place pays better. For the magneto rotor bucket. So, you know, pretty much what I do is I cut everything. Now we'll just peel it apart. And this is why I only do the thicker wires, because the thinner stuff just doesn't pay. And for anyone that doesn't know this, it's really hard to see on this little ones, but that's copper. That's tin coated copper. In case people don't know, most places buy it as number 2. The place I go to buys it as tin coated copper, and number 2 gets a little bit better of a price. So therefore, we're going to toss it right in there. And one of the ways you can tell from what I've seen and what I know about house wire, aluminum is very fickle. It doesn't bend. It actually will snap real easy. Especially the old stuff they used to use in houses. You're not allowed to connect aluminum to copper in a house. I can tell you that. There's special ways to do it. Now, when you wire up some of these wall ovens, they're hardwired with aluminum, and you just use the little lugs. You don't use a wire nut, because otherwise they'll snap the wire nut. So in all these appliances and everything, this is all tin coated copper. So we're going to put that in that bucket because that's, at this place, I believe it's $345 and number 2's $365. The other places around here are not paying that at $265. I don't know if I said 3. I don't know. I'll look it up. But the other places are paying, yeah, $365. The other places are paying less than that. So I will play whatever game anyone wants to for a better price. Ow. So we'll peel that right out of there. And go right in that bucket. Tin coated number 2. So basically that's what I'm going to do is I'm going to go through all this wire. Just peel it out of there. Seems like we're going to have more tin than copper. Not a big deal. What are you going to do? Take it all. It's all a blessing. It's money in the bank. Take that all day long. So I'll go through this and I'll peel all this out and we'll get this stuff weighed up and see if it was worth peeling out of this case for the extra money. Which the thicker stuff, it definitely is worth. Like I said, the thinner stuff's not worth it so much. You get very little out of it. Let me see if I can find a thinner piece. Here's some of the thinner stuff. So you get very little. The only reason this was connected, and it's really hard to freaking strip. This was connected to another piece. Otherwise, I wouldn't have wasted my time on it. Wow, fun. This is why I don't strip the small stuff. I mean, the same amount of time as it took to strip that, it took to strip that. Hence the reason I don't do it. I'll take the dollar, whatever, 60 something a pound. It's too thin, it's too much of a pain. Even some of this thicker stuff's on the verge of being. Ow. A little bit too less. But, you know, that adds up a lot quicker than that little stuff. So, yes, there's thicker than this, but even that thinner thick stuff compared to that, it's definitely worth it. That wind's a whipping. Red gold. That's scrapper's gold right there. Look at that. That's beautiful. And go in the other bin. So I'll run through all this and we'll get this stuff weighed up and see what we made off of this appliance wire. That's where all this stuff came from, was a bunch of well, 1 or 2 appliances. That's probably like a wall oven. So, I mean, each wall oven has that amount in there. You do pretty good. So let me run through this and we'll be back. Okay, we're done. Very little number 2. Mostly number 2 tin coated, which I expected because of where the wire came from. It's, you know, for appliances. So it's gonna, they say they do that for whatchamacallit, I'm losing words here, places with wet areas so you don't get the corrosion like on copper. So let's get her all popped up there, hunky-dory style. Put it on down. All right. So we'll start with the container. 2.2, tear her out. Okay, not even an ounce. But I think this thing weight only goes by 5 ounce increments. We're gonna call it a pound. It's so close, we're calling it a pound. So, you know, we went from probably $1.60, maybe $1.75 to $3.65. Well, with the 10, $3.45. So we pretty much doubled our money on that. That's not bad. I'm gonna separate that. You can see how it's kind of got that coppery color to it. That's another way you can tell that that's number 2 tin coated. So I got to get another container for this stuff. I don't have right this second. But yeah, I mean, you can double your money stripping this wire real easy. And all you're left with is a pile of wire crumbs. So I mean, that's definitely worth it. And there's a little teaching on 2 different types of number 2 there for you too. For anyone that doesn't know that. Because I didn't know that till recently. And heck, I'm glad I kept all the wire that I have in the back. I just got to dig out the steel. There's a whole bag of it in the shed. Not all of it's going to be strippable. Some will go for $1.20 or $1.45, whatever it is, for the, insulate it. But hey, I'll strip what I can because it comes out nicely. I mean, that ain't bad for that little bit of time. I know it's only a 2-gallon bucket, so don't think it's 5 gallons. That's 5 gallons. That's number 1 though. I mean, I still got 2 buckets of it filled just from doing those 2 few appliances. So I mean, there's another few bucks. I don't know. It's probably like 3 or 4 pounds in each. So I mean, that's like another $5 or $6 at least. And I start marking the bins so I know what to put what in. So it's getting kind of annoying. That's electric cord, by the way. That's extension cord, electric cord, whatever you want to call it. Number 2 wire. Number 2 windings. Number 2 wire. Bare Bright. And that's number 2 copper. And that's that's number 2 copper, I'm sorry, copper pipe, and that's the electric cords. That's what I'm gonna do from now on. I still gotta go through all that back there. There's all kinds of stuff back there. And, this is our trash bucket, if you didn't know. That's trash. There's some more of that wire. That's all number 2 insulated. So I mean, that can be turned into that, but that's all that really thin stuff that I said I'm not really messing with right now. And there's all the rotors from all them magnetrons. We'll get to them one day. I don't have vise. It's a pain without a vise. So I'm going to clean up the scrap trash. From that, that'll go in the bucket. When everything melts, I'll take the steel out. And yeah, that's it for today. Thank you for watching. Hit that like and subscribe button, please. It helps the channel. We're growing pretty fast here. Not too fast, but we're growing fast enough. I mean, hey, we're a newer channel, so I mean, we're reaching out to people, so that's cool. And that's all aluminum, like I said. Yeah, there's some aluminum motors that'll all get separated later. I just kind of throw it all in buckets. That's steel. That's steel. And yes, I know there's boards in there. I have a bucket in the back for the steel with all that stuff in there. That's why it's like that. So other than that, you know, that's it for today. I'll see you on the next one. Thank you. Be good. Hit that like and subscribe button and have a good day. And keep on making money scrapping.